On average, 9 people die daily from asthma, 24 people die daily from eating disorders, 132 people die daily from suicide. My whole life I've struggled with chronic illness. Something that people don't always realize is how much an illness not usually visible to the eye can affect a person's day-to-day life. A lot of my life has been spent in and out of children's hospital and doctor's offices. About 50% of kids grow out of childhood asthma. Unfortunately, I am not part of that percentage. In 2023, there were 13.8 million missed school days, asthma being the number one reason. When I was younger, it was easier to get caught up on the work I missed when I was out, which is partly why I was able to keep such good grades. But once I got to high school, the absences grew and it was harder and harder to catch back up. The past 4 years have felt like a constant loop of being on track, getting sick, trying to get caught up, then getting sick again. This became discouraging for me, which took a toll on my mental health, constantly being triggered by this stress. Sophomore year of high school, I left halfway through the school year and went into a partial day program for mental health. I was stable enough to go back to school about 2 months later to finish my sophomore year. Junior year started off good until my pap, who has always been a huge part of my life, passed away in November. At this point, my mental and physical health was at a low again, sending me back into the loop I had been trying so hard to get out of. At the end of my junior year, I was not on track with the credits I needed to graduate on time. I remember people doubting my ability to make up 5 credits over the summer, but I was determined. Flash forward to my senior year, I started off with much hope. Even though I was still short of where I needed to be with my credits, I had earned the 5 over the summer and had a schedule I was happy about. I was even going to join the track team to do shot put. Not long after this, I was officially diagnosed with an eating disorder. It was very much affecting all aspects of my life to the point of barely making it through the day. I was told that I was in serious danger, that if I didn't get help and continued down the road I was on, I was going to end up in the hospital with a feeding tube by Christmas or even end up dying of starvation. November 13th, 2023. The day I decided to put my health first without feeling guilty about it. I checked into residential treatment for eating disorders at the Renfrew Center. During my 40-day stay at Renfrew, I was able to stabilize my health, work through some of my struggles, learned coping skills, and met some amazing people that I've stayed in contact with. While I was away from school, I transferred into the cyber program at Baldwin because I was still determined to graduate on time. I've been back in school now since the middle of February. While I'm still doing my core classes cyber, my electives such as photography and advanced fashion design are in person. Despite my struggles, I have found comfort in cooking, writing, photography, and sewing. These are things I not only enjoy, but believe I could take them further into a career. English has been one of my strongest subjects throughout school due to the fact that I love to write. I am always taking pictures when I go to new places, and my photography class this year has taught me the basics of photography. I have taken both fashion classes offered at Baldwin and sew outside of school as well. My ideal career is to be a fashion designer since I have always loved fashion and sewing. I chose a career that I have love and passion for because I do not want to spend the rest of my life doing something I do not enjoy. I am a creative person and I express it through fashion designing. As a designer, I am able to be my own boss and have a more flexible schedule. I am aware that I may have done this project differently than the rest of my classmates, but that is how my entire high school experience has been, different than most students. This past year, I've been digging myself out of a massive hole. There were many times I thought about giving up, that life was just too hard for me. But I have a great support system that includes family, friends, and school staff. Without my support system and my determination to graduate on time, I do not think I would be here today. So how has all of this impacted my life? I've had to grieve the person I was before my health constantly got out of control, and I've had to grieve the person I could have been if I was not chronically ill. I have learned many strengths such as adaptability, honesty, resilience, courage, and many more. I learned you can't always plan and control everything. I am not exactly where I thought I'd be when I was 5, 12, or even last year, and in 5 or 10 years I might not be where I think I'm going to be. But that's how life goes. When I make up my mind about something, I am 100% determined to accomplish it. Others have doubted me or looked down on me, but determination got me to where I am today. I'm finally on track to graduate this year, and I can walk with my grade at graduation. All of this being said, I've spent my whole life surviving rather than living. So once I graduate, that is exactly what I plan to do: live.